Hello everyone. For your density measurement station, I'd like to review the idea of mass, volume, and density and how you can use the different techniques for finding volume to find the density of the objects in front of you. Remember that mass, well, let's actually use the pointer here, that mass is the amount of matter in an object. It's the amount of stuff that an object contains. We measure that in grams typically. And we typically use a triple beam balance. Density is a combination of volume and mass. It's actually the amount of matter per unit of volume. So in the science classroom, we might use, if we're measuring the density of a liquid, grams per milliliter. So a unit of mass combined with a unit of volume. If we're measuring the volume of a solid object, a regular solid object, we might use grams per cubic centimeter. Because if you have a box and you can use a ruler, then you will find your volume in cubic centimeters, and you use the mass and you divide, and you find your density. So let's just quickly look at the density formula. Density, the mass divided by volume. So if you look at the units that I've already written, they are unit of mass divided by a unit of volume. When you find the volume of your object, remember, you can, if it's a regular object, use a ruler and multiply the length and the width and the height so that you can calculate volume. However, if it's irregular, then you would need to use the displacement method. The displacement method meaning, and you use the idea that if you have a graduated cylinder with a known quantity of water in it, adding an object to it will displace water, so the volume will rise in the cylinder. And the volume of the water displaced equals the volume of the object itself. Let's just take a quick look at which of these we might use the displacement method to find. If you take a look at them, if you said the rock, the hammer, the teapot, and the kitty, yes, you would use the displacement method to find their volumes because they are irregular. You cannot measure them. There's no formula for the volume of a kitten. However, for a cardboard box and for a ball, you would not use the displacement method because there is a formula and you can use a ruler to find them. Now, if you are measuring the volume of an irregular object or a liquid, you're going to have to use the displacement method, and you're going to need a graduated cylinder and a triple beam balance. You're going to notice that this graduated cylinder is clean and dry. So what would you do first? Find the mass of the cylinder or find the mass of the liquid? Well, you should make sure you find the mass of the cylinder. Use the balance to measure the mass in grams of a clean, dry, graduated cylinder and then record it. So you're going to put your clean, dry, graduated cylinder on your triple beam balance to find the mass of it when it's empty. Then you can add your liquid and find the mass of the two combined. And then, so here we have your graduated cylinder with liquid on top of your triple beam balance, and when they are combined, you have the total mass of both the cylinder and the liquid. You're going to have to use subtraction here and take the total mass, subtract the mass of the cylinder to find the mass of the liquid in grams. This is the mass of the liquid. So you find the mass of the liquid in grams. Then you can take your actual mass, divide by the volume, which you read from the cylinder, and you can find the density, and that is going to be in grams per milliliter. If you are finding the density of a regular object and you found volume using a ruler and the length times width times height formula, then you're again going to have the units of grams per cubic centimeter. All right, thank you very much.